So how you doing? Hey, today we're running a saw and it's all about breaking it in, tuning and so forth. This is the 65cc saw I just built, trying to make it, a race saw. And, we got to get this ring seated. She's bleeding a lot of compression past the ring, which will really hinder your performance. So it's literally just run from here out. I'm gonna burn up the rest of this little log and we'll see how long that takes. We might go over here and make a cut or two. We'll see how this develops, but we need to get some run time on it. So what you're looking at here is basically you're watching out for that moment when this saw seats the ring. You're gonna notice it. You should notice the performance of it just all of a sudden go to the next gear. You know what I mean? Usually it happens the first moment you start it. So like the last session might have been enough to get that ring seated enough that this session, it's better. It usually happens after you shut it off and then you go start it up again. There's something about that heat cycle there that it seems to be, I don't know how it works for me at least. But sometimes it happens while you're running it, but very rarely. Usually you notice it from the one session, after you shut it off, had a chance to cool off, and then you start it up the next time. That's usually when you notice it because it'll go rich on you. You'll know, it sticks out like a sore thumb. But today we're gonna run it. We're gonna see what happens and just enjoy the moment. We're breaking the saw in, and when I say breaking it in, most people will tune really fat to break a saw in. I don't typically. I typically tune them for however they need to be tuned, and I'm just careful that I don't make any big, huge, long, steady cuts right away. I kind of build up to that point. I'll take breaks between cuts, so forth, and just controlling how much heat I put into it. So yeah, I'm not one of those people that tunes it really super fat for the break-in. I just run it as normal. I just, a little more careful with how I run it. Now, hopefully she don't blow up. She's a hot one, so hopefully it don't pop during this process, and we'll see how she goes. So let's go ahead, let's get her fired up and make some cuts. All right, so I can tell we're starting to get some break-in now. The tune is starting to settle in. It was a little more finicky before. It's starting to set in. So we're down to the final tweaks now. Most of what you see me playing with there was on the low-speed circuit, and the idle was starting to come in. It's still just a touch rich. I'm just trying to find that happy place, you know what I mean, where the saw wants to live. And it seems to like it a little bit on the richer side, which I'm not surprised at all. You know, some saws like it richer, some saws like them leaner. It's just the way they are. And this one definitely likes it a little bit on the richer side. If you missed it, that last cookie was a piece of oak. So I just wanted to kind of show you that, you know, this is poplar, that's oak. You can see that it really doesn't, it's not like it's harder to cut. I don't get that whole argument where oak's harder to cut than some of these other woods. It takes longer to cut is really all it is. You know, some species of woods take longer to cut than others. This is poplar here, and that's oak. And it pulled on the saw about the same on both woods. It's just the oak takes longer. And I just kind of wanted to make a cut on the oak just to show you that, you know, the saw's pulling pretty hard. You can tell. It's not so easy to tell on the poplar. It's not until I got it on that oak and I started dogging it in and stuff that you really could notice it. Because if I start doing that on this poplar, it just plows through it so fast that you kind of miss the moment. So I need the hardwood in order to kind of show you, you know what I mean? So that's kind of why I did that. But yeah, hey, I hope you enjoyed this one. A little break-in session. I think a couple more of these sessions and we're going to start seeing it come alive. It's starting to calm down now. So the next session, it'll probably improve over this one. The next one after that, I'm willing to bet we're within 2 sessions away of seeing some more performance out of this thing. Maybe 3. I don't know. It's anybody's guess. It's going to happen when it happens. You know what I mean? It's going to break in when it decides it wants to break in. And it should take us to a whole nother level. We should notice it on the throttle response. We should notice on the torque. Probably pick up just a couple of RPM. So yeah, it should be good to watch. So yeah, hey, I hope you enjoyed this one, and we'll catch you on the next one. Later.